5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go!
Legit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is IWC's first Proving Ground. Pedro DeLuca in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, he weighs in at 185 pounds from the Broken Mirror, Gory!
Tonight is all about an experiment. As part of the IWC's Young Talent Initiative, we'll be scouting and checking out a lot of prospective talents throughout the next couple of hours. And here at ringside with me, one half of the IWC Tag Team Champions and the gentleman that I will be experimenting along with here for the next couple hours, Mr. Nicky Valentino. Hello, sir.
Hi, Joe. No, I'm a little creeped out right now. I'm sorry I don't feel as energetic as I normally am.
Well, that's a natural feeling when you have this personification of evil and hatred. The diabolical and sadistic Gory, the man that still feels the Super Indy title is his right, despite being narrowly bested by Facade in the semifinal round of Super Indy 11. Just a number of weeks ago, Gory's going to take out that pain and anguish on a young man looking for an opportunity here tonight.
And his opponent, he weighs in at 160 pounds, wrestling out of Buffalo, New York. Here is Thurston.
Well, in a couple of seconds, we're going to take a look at our first of many individuals that you at home are not quite familiar with. Their first experience, their first exposure here in the International Wrestling Cartel. This is Thurston, and we're starting out with Valentino, one of the most experienced athletes that we're going to be checking out for the first time. Thurston is an 8-year pro.
Thurston is an 8-year pro, Joe, and I've been in the ring with Thurston on a few different occasions, and I have to tell you, he's a very talented individual, but he's got to deal with the likes of Gory here, who I don't even know, does he have a first name?
I think the first name died when any type of humanly compassionate emotion that Gory possessed died as well. Gory is almost subhuman in his lack of moral code, in his lack of concern over the well-being of others. You know, the eyes are always the window to the soul, but Gory is quite simply soulless. Brandon Thurston wrestled Gory down quickly. Thurston, a native of Buffalo, New York, where he based his career in, and actually has quite a background in collegiate wrestling as well in his native Niagara County, and he certainly is very prideful of his technical amateur base.
You know, all that technical amateur base and then some to get by this Gory character. He's a little crazy, I think, Joe.
Well, he's won a number of championships throughout the western New York area, and competed with a number of individuals in that area, including Brody Lee, who's currently down in Florida Championship Wrestling, WWE Developmental, and you have a lot in common with Brandon Thurston, Valentino, because one of his favorite moves is one of your favorite moves, that being armbar.
He enjoys the armbar. Well, right now he's really looking for an armbar, because Jason Gory's looking to bite his head off.
Yeah, Gory's looking for flesh. And Thurston may be paying for the sins of the bomber before this is done, but Thurston mounting an offensive. Can you imagine what it's got to be like? All the pressure already on your shoulders here. Your first time on a stage like IWC, your chance to all or nothing prove yourself, and you draw Gory in your first appearance.
Well, he's doing a pretty good job right now, Joe, of isolating Jason Gory, trying to take him off his game, if you will.
But Gory sidesteps, and Thurston lands hard on the edge of that ring and charging through with a baseball slide. That ring frame, that apron, the hardest part of a wrestling ring. There's no give there, and Thurston found out the hard way. Gory went to charge through, but what the hell happened to him? I mean, it was almost like he was overcome by something.
He was overcome with emotion, I think, Joe.
I think he's overcome. I think he's overcome with hatred, and I think that's
that too.
The fact that Michael Facade has rented space in the head of Gory, whether Gory wants to admit it or not. It's almost like Gory is possessed by another being. It's hard to explain, but on the mat is where Thurston excels, but let's not discredit Gory as well. He has a great technical background as well. Doesn't show it a lot. He's not about out wrestling somebody. He's all about pain and misery and destroying everybody else's hopes and dreams.
He's also good at biting and choking people, which I think is a different kind of strategy. But
well, that shows Gory doesn't care who he impresses. He's got tunnel vision to the Super Indy Championship, and certainly a quality win will get you there. A number of quality wins will get you there even sooner. And check out Thurston firing back shot for shot.
Jason Gory with a rake of the face on Brandon Thurston. That's one way to slow a guy's momentum down.
And that goes back to your point a moment ago. Charging through with that clothesline. His target was behind Thurston. That maximizes the impact. We're looking to spring in. Connects with the elbow. The lateral press could have it, and no near fall.
That was an elbow.
That's the elbow coming from Gory.
1, 2, 3.
Again with the blatant choking. You got to wonder, is this situation ever going to be finished between Gory and Facade? And we're hopefully going to get some kind of a conclusion. Cage Fury's coming up, just about a month away. And Gory and Facade are on a collision course for that night as well. And with 15 feet of solid steel in the building, that could be the ultimate ending for this war that is waged on for really all of 2012.
Brandon Thurston's in trouble. He's really getting more down. I spoke too soon, I feel like.
Well, I mean, he's a game competitor. He's giving all he can. But different mindsets here. Thurston attempting to build up his career. Gory just wanting to break down and destroy all that comes in his path. And Gory using the body weight. And Thurston caught between the mass of Gory and also with the whiplash-like effect of that ring rope. And you can attest that so much as a simple ring rope can inflict its damage, covering the ring 2-0. And both athletes a bit frustrated now. Got Thurston measured. Counters with the back suplex. And Thurston showing some fire and heart. Gory to the outside to regroup a little bit. Thurston's got to stay on his man here. Connects with that pescado to the outside. I just firing away. I think maybe the inner Gory coming out in Thurston. There's that fire we need. And I'll tell you what, it's an interesting point, Valentino, that Gory and Thurston really have very similar experience levels when it comes to tenure in this industry, but obviously Gory's been in far more high-profile situations. And that's where the butterflies come into play when it comes to an athlete like Thurston.
Guys are going at it here.
Well, you know, Thurston trying to send a message to management and these fans. Gory attempted to send a message to Facade. 4 weeks shy of what will be a hellacious war inside of a cage.
Let's not forget, Joe, that, I mean, this show is about earning an opportunity, it's about having an opportunity to get a full-time spot in this wrestling. Brandon Thurston's really shows something here with
well, he's showing a lot right now. Even more if he can pin Gory or attempt to, well, unique cover gets two right into the Texas Cloverleaf. Will Gory tap out? Gory's lived with so much inner pain. How will he deal with the physical kind? Gory reaches the rope. Armbar! Fujiwara style, but Thurston, that's a high-pressure situation. Maybe he wasn't used to. Really poor ring positioning on his part. Gory was still near that rope. If Thurston could have pulled Gory near the center, slapped on that armbar, it could have been a much different result. Gory sidesteps and traps Thurston with the DDT. And that could do it. Got it, no! And you can see the frustration etched throughout the face of Gory, who loves to make any of these athletes his own personal plaything in there. just to torment and torture to his heart's content, his blackened heart's content. Gory, while signaling for pestilence, it's that choke that destroys hopes and dreams, that has become a nightmare for all opponents. Thurston has it scouted. Overhead suplex. Modified head and arm style, half Nelson suplex, shades of almost the late great Devil Budokan, Father Nelson style.
Measuring him here, Joe. He's looking for something.
Well, he's waiting for Gory to get to his feet, and that could be a mistake.
Could be looking to cement his position here.
Pushes it into the armbar once again, and Thurston sits way back with it. Gory's got to get to a rope, or that shoulder could dislocate. Again, sits back dead center. Thurston learned from his first mistake, and you can see the high angle that arm and shoulder is contorted on.
Snap, Joe. I'm no doctor, but that doesn't look like a good position.
It could be tap or snap.
Throwing him away again, Joe. This is smart strategy here.
And Gory was able to get got pestilence. Gory got to his feet and then got pestilence. 1-2 combination. Thurston hesitated for half a second once the armbar didn't work, and Gory pounced like a proverbial vulture or any kind of a beast, circling its prey, eyeing up its prey. Pestilence was set in, and Thurston is fading. Can Thurston reach a rope?
Doesn't look like he's going anywhere.
As Gory really cinches in, and I still question the positioning of the hands of Gory. That could just smother you, choke you out.
Here is your winner as a result of referee stoppage, Gory.
Gory is victorious. And a major message sent to the reigning, or rather I should say former, Super Indy champion, but the man that deprived Gory of his Super Indy goals. Gory surveys the damage he's just committed, but how will that compare to the damage in the future? A warning sent to Facade, Sami Callihan, and the entire Super Indy division. Gory claims another victim, and this personification and embodiment of all things evil continues his role. We're seeing tonight, Valentino, a tag team that you're not a big fan of, however.
I'm a little bit sick and tired of him, Joe.
Well, why is that?
Because how many times do I gotta beat him? How many times do myself and Bobby Beverly have to beat him?
Well,
And now they're making open challenges?
they beat you as well.
When?
Their first match, where were you?
So we're 3-1. We're the champs, they're not yet.
That's true. What in the world is this?
Who's this guy?
I don't think he's a member of Blue Collar Slaughterhouse, that's for sure. Isn't there normal like a Q guy and Gorilla to give signals? I don't think he just Mike Seidel this segment. What's going on?
My name is James Hunter. I mean absolutely no disrespect interrupting your guys' entrance at all. No disrespect to see you guys are gentlemen. So please hear me out. Hear me out.
Gentlemen, where?
I heard IWC was having this show today to bring in new talent, to have people come in and prove themselves. And I knew as being a champion at another federation in the area that no promoter was going to book me. So I decided the only way I could get on this show and make an impact at IWC Wrestling was to accept an open challenge. Now obviously, I don't have a tag team partner unless the cat's going to friendly a ghost hanging around here somewhere.
Right here. It's the big guy. Go for your board. Come on.
I propose this to you. I propose.
Virgil should
I
have.
have many people that want to come with me from where I'm from. I want to make an impact here in IWC Wrestling. So my proposal to you is I accept your open invitation challenge. One-on-one. Whoever wants to tussle with me gets in the ring, one-on-one.
Here's your board.
If I win, I prove that I belong here in IWC right alongside you. And if I don't, you never see this face in IWC again. Give me the opportunity that someone once gave you, so I can bring in maybe a friend in the next month. If I win, maybe we could do that tag team match you were looking for.
Let this guy in his apartment. That's a good idea.
He's just
No, I don't know who he is. I don't even know who this guy is. But I agree with that. Let him wrestle them. Both of them, one of them, I don't care.
Well, I think that's what we're doing. I think Chuck Roberts just signed off on it. He introduced himself as James Nutter. He goes by Jimmy Nuts. That's, I guess, creative maybe. But he's a very accomplished athlete. Obviously, he's in great physical shape. He's got a great attitude. He's very dedicated to this industry. Attends a lot of training camps, seminars. A student of the game, Valentino. And he did raise a good point. He is a champion in another organization. He's held some regional championships. And for an opportunity here to move upward to IWC Wrestling. And I find it very, very interesting that Jimmy Nuts, of all people, has accepted this challenge.
Well, as long as I won't accept it.
Well, no, that defeats the purpose. It's about proving ground. You don't need to prove yourself.
Right,
You're a champion.
Prove myself. I am a champion.
You need to prove yourself on. You prove yourself on commentary a little bit, but that's another story. Center of the ring, it's Bronco McBride of the Blue Collar Slaughterhouse has accepted this challenge of Jimmy Nuts. Bronco controls the side headlock center of the ring. And Jimmy Nuts is the better athlete of the two, the more agile. But Bronco's just got that straight up country power. He doesn't spend time at the gym, but he'll lift bales of hay. He'll work out on the farm. He'll lift logs and run with them.
Well, with all due respect to the Blue Collar Slaughterhouse, they're accomplished athletes, they're strong guys, but...
You don't have any respect for him. Who are you fooling?
I said with all due respect.
Oh.
It makes it okay.
Nuts with a cross-body reversal by McBride, and there you see the power of big old Bronco. And we got a lateral press under the ring. Well, I wasn't exactly ready for Jimmy Nuts, but I do know he has a background in jiu-jitsu. He started training at age 16, age 17. He started training for professional wrestling. He's been in a number of successful tag teams as well. Bronco sends Nuts to the ride. And he's a very well-rounded athlete. He's got a great attitude, as I mentioned. I personally think he'd be a great fit here in IWC Wrestling, but we'll see if he can succeed against one of the best tag team competitors in this company.
Well, first of all, that last statement is speculative for debate. But second of all, I want to know who his friends are he's talking about. Because he didn't really clarify.
Well, no, he stated that he had a friend that he may or may not bring in for a tag team match if he's successful here tonight.
Where's that guy proving himself?
Well, I don't know. We don't need to worry about that guy until he wins this matchup, if he wins this matchup.
That's a big if.
That's a huge if.
There's two guys there. There's only one of him.
That's like 50% shot. That's almost half.
50-50 raffle.
Exactly. We'll be having one of those tonight. Anyone watching the DVD cannot participate. Bronco out-quickened again by Jimmy Nuts. But, I mean, Jimmy Nuts has been to a lot of other organizations. He's got a lot of other contacts with a lot of other young guys who would love the opportunity. So if Jimmy Nuts can win and open the door for another young talent, it could, again, make the dynamic here even more interesting. Elbow. 2-0.
You know, this Nuts guy, I kind of like him. He reminds me a lot of myself.
You like Nuts, do you?
Well, I like peanuts, walnuts, cashews. I like them all.
Okay, you like the guy in the ring, too?
Well, he's all right.
Okay. Pace quick, and that's advantage to Nuts, but Bronco out of nowhere. Bronco is deceptively agile. You found out that out the hard way numerous times, Valentino.
Moving on. I don't want to talk more about me. Or this match.
Well, it's not about you. It's about these young kids looking to earn a spot. Arms crossed. Countered by Jimmy Nuts. Got him. Whoa! Jackknife pin did it.
Here's your winner, Jimmy Nuts.
Jimmy Nuts straight out wrestled Bronco McBride. And And that ain't easy. That's something you've tried to and failed at before.
I'm 3-1, Joe. Remember that.
But Jimmy Nuts is 1-0. He's unbeaten, and that means, Valentino, we got a tag match next month at Cage Fury, our next DVD release. Jimmy Nuts, he knows a lot of people from a lot of places, and there's a lot of great young talent on the radar. Who's Jimmy Nuts going to bring to take on Blue Collar Slaughterhouse next month?
Well, what I know is I only know one guy, and that guy's Bobby Beverly. And collectively, Bobby Beverly and myself are the tag team champions. And right now, that's all that matters.
There's only one guy that wants to know you. You don't have a clue. Blue Collar Slaughterhouse, love to see them capture the tag title someday, but they have another tag team test coming up next month. Jimmy Nuts and God knows who. Well, this, Valentino, one of the most anticipated matchups of the night. Anybody who knows IWC lore knows the reputation of Super Hentai, and even though over the past year or two he's turned a lot more bitter, a lot more surly, and a lot more selfish in everything he has done, stemming back to that founding fathers phase of his, Hentai has a reputation of helping mentor and mold young talent. Look at a guy like Gory. Look at a guy like Zima Ion, current X Division champion. Guys like the Gambinos, guys like Facade, Hentai, instrumental in their formative years in this industry, along with former IWC champion Shirley Doe. Hentai wants to prove tonight that he can lead a team of any two youngsters he chooses into victory and glory. And as a result, he has chosen two of the more unusual young men here tonight. Andrew Palace, who I believe is competing in his very first match, and Corey Futuristic, who believes he has come from the future.
That's a very good point there.
I don't believe he made a point at all.
And the third opponents, they weigh in at 581 pounds. Brian McDowell, David on DiMera, and that man makes for
Well, I think Dave DiMera, the featured presentation, and a man that's been hanging around your boys, Blue Collar Slaughterhouse, a lot lately. DiMera takes it personally that Hentai sided with the founding fathers. Takes it personally that Hentai became all about himself rather than help the next generation like he had for so many years. And DiMera wanted to show the heart and spirit that the IWC youth has had without Hentai. DiMera wanted to lead a team of his own for the right reasons, to showcase that even though Hentai is all about Hentai, that next generation, that young blood, is still developing in IWC what?
He's talking strategy.
Not with us, we're over here.
But I want to tell him we can listen in. I want to know about this strategy.
Well, I wouldn't want to cross Super Hentai if I were you.
He's going to lead these guys into victory, like you said.
Well, he might.
Or he might not. That's the nature of a wrestler.
That is why we have these competitions. That's correct.
Let's talk about this Mike Rayne guy. He's real tall. He's in pretty good shape.
They call
Why couldn't Hentai have let him?
Well, I think Hentai wants to prove a point. I think he wants to prove that he can take any two guys and lead them to success and victory. Because he got Futuristic, the goofiest guy in this company, and Palace, well, he's got goofy hair, and it's his first match. Mike Rayne, not his first match. He's a 3-year pro. He's been dubbed the man made for prime time. And Valentino, that's a nickname that he has earned, not created. A man with an MMA background in judo, in Muay Thai, in boxing. He has an 11-0-2 MMA record with 7 knockouts. 7. He's a multi-sport athlete in high school. Played college football for YSU, that's Youngstown State University, in his native Youngstown. Know a lot of people that went to college there. Mixed opinions on some. But Mike Rayne, he's got the goods.
So he's smart and he's athletic.
That's a 1-2 punch.
What about this Palace guy? What do you know about him?
Well, I know it's his first match, and he's been training at the ICWA. I believe he hangs around chest flexor a lot, so I don't really think he's got much of a grasp on it, much of common sense. I think that's to the Hentai point where he wants to show that he can take a guy from scratch and lead him to the promised land. That's a little cocky if you ask me. Hentai, no doubt, his contributions to IWC may never be matched, but I don't know, the past year and a half, he's better than everybody. And he's better than most, but that's not exactly the case. Mike Rayne switching in the wrist lock. You got to be very careful when you're in the ring with a guy like Hentai, a veteran of 14 years, the super indie innovator, the man that practically created that division, the man that brought the division back from demise, the man who defended the championship in Japan, in Hawaii, and all over the IWC territory. Only man to win the Super Indie tournament twice. I talked about the intimidation earlier of drawing Gory in your first match. What about drawing Hentai? And we're checking out Brian McDowell, who's in his first match as well. A man who feels he has something to prove because, well, he was always bullied as a kid. He was the awkward fat kid in high school that always wore the wrestling t-shirts, got picked on, and he has channeled that emotion he's been bottling up for a number of years and is now using it to show all those critics and bullies that, hey, he can exceed far above and beyond any of the expectations they had.
Well, he's getting bullied right now, Joe. He's probably going to need to make a tag or he's going to get double teamed.
Well, Corey Futuristic is in the ring. I don't think that kid's bullied many people. And McDowell with a takedown. Second time. And check out this kid in his very first matchup, schooling Futuristic. And in comes Dave DiMera. I'd say for your first time in a ring, kid didn't do too bad.
I'll tell you, Corey Futuristic better go back to the future and talk some more strategy with whoever's there.
Yeah. Tag back into Rayne.
All right, let's see how this one goes.
Well, Rayne's got size over Futuristic, to say the least, but Futuristic goes downstairs. And Rayne back with a shoulder tackle. And it's Rayne hammering. I understand, according to Futuristic, he's been studying in the future under many 4th and 5th generation athletes. Rayne connects with a high kick right to the head and shoulder area. He's got to cover 2-0.
Mike Rayne's got the upper hand here.
Oh, absolutely. Well, look at that delayed suplex. Nicely done. Got a cover, 2-0. Your fault. I believe Futuristic is studying in the future under Nolan Gowan, actually, the son of Zach Gowan, who is only 3.5 months old now. But I guess he's really good in the future. That's just what he tells me. I don't know. I hear things. I don't believe it necessarily.
Could he also be studying under one of the Helmsley children?
I think he may be.
Not Sherman, the other one.
I didn't know Sherman Hemsley had children.
Well, he's dead now.
McDowell with an elbow drop. Nicely done. And McDowell's got some great hometown support, doesn't he? A lot of friends and family here to check him out. Great support in his formative years, and that's what you need. You need that positive reinforcement to grow as a competitor and performer.
I'll tell you what Corey Futuristic needs to do. He needs to make a tag to Hentai or Palace or somebody from the future. Anybody at this point.
He needs a tag in the very near future. That's for sure. A Palace neutralized McDowell and Hentai. Veteran move. Futuristic could have him here. Opportunistic, no.
The ref's got to step in and try to regain control of this match. He's losing a little bit of control, and I don't like how that goes sometimes.
I think maybe Futuristic knew that was going to happen. That's why he stayed in. Number 2-0. Before he time traveled back, I think you read the results of the show.
So he went back to the future.
I think, he went back to the present after the. Well, okay, back in the ring.
Great
Palace
Scott.
in control. Who's Scott?
Who'd he ever beat?
Who's on first? Palace working away at that arm and shoulder, bending the arm and shoulder. That's not like that bicep deltoid area, right around the top ring spur. And that rope's not going to go anywhere.
The external occipital protuberance.
That's nowhere remotely near where that is. I think I've seen a guy with like an afro and like purple biker shorts before.
Did he eat an apple?
I think this guy wrestled at Night of Superstar.
Oh, okay.
That was somebody else, maybe.
Could have been a different guy. Well, right now it looks like McDowell's fighting out.
And let's give credit to these two guys. First time in the ring, first match. And they're leaving it all in the ring right now. But man, things just got serious because Hentai's back in.
Well, Hentai has no remorse. First match, second match, third match, fourth match. He really doesn't care.
Jeez, straight right. McDowell is out on his feet.
That guy in the face.
I guarantee you McDowell's on his feet, but he has no idea about it. Hentai, former tag team champion, defeated the Midnight Express to win that. Oh, McDowell's out on his feet right now, straight up. That right hand knocked him into the future, I'll guarantee you.
Then he is now.
Back suplex.
Hentai's not even going for a cover here. Well, he is now, but
Hentai's having fun. Cover here, and Mike Rayne gets involved. Saves it for his team. Smart move by Rayne, who I believe may be, well, if not surpassing, at least tied with DiMera as far as most experience on his team.
Definitely not in this match, Joe.
Futuristic back in. Whip it way off base for that drop kick. McDowell finds a way to get to DiMera.
DiMera's cleaning house now, Joe.
Well, DiMera, he's the guy that assembled this team. He's the guy that feels Hentai is wrong in the young lions of this company. And Futuristic goes for the rod. Huge atomic drop. It's a move right out of the past.
That was a move right out of the past.
Nice backcracker. Lateral press. Gory can win this for his team. How impressed would Hentai be then? Tag in back to Palace. I'll give credit to Team Hentai. More frequent tags on that side. That shows you the veteran leadership of Hentai.
Hentai really has led his team to be doing pretty well, and I'm pretty impressed. I mean, there's a lot of experience on the other side of the ring.
The only knock I'll give on Team DiMera is that lack of a solid veteran influence. The Hentai, they have all the heart, all the fire, all the capabilities. But man, there's just no substitute for what Hentai brings to the table. Palace just slapped him in the face. That's not going to get you anywhere if it's flat on the canvas. DiMera does not take kindly to being disrespected.
Now, one of these guys has to make a tag. Palace should come and snap out of it.
Oh, jeez.
Leverage move there, Joe.
Palace mocking DiMera.
He's yelling at him.
And notice Hentai instructing Palace take him back into their own corner.
That leadership.
That's right, that's the art of a great tag team. To cut off the ring at its hypotenuse. Hentai with a cover, 2-0. And DiMera, now we're seeing, for lack of a better term, the two team captains in the ring right now. DiMera, the one that took umbrage with Hentai in the first place. This is the altercation we've been waiting for. DiMera hits hard, and Hentai with a jumping back elbow.
10 minutes gone by.
Notice the scowl on the face of Hentai. This is serious business for him. The howling fury he always possesses. And a right to DiMera knocks him out on his feet, too. Up top, but got caught. DiMera shook the cobwebs the last possible second. The STO back heel chip. And now, Valentino, you're calling part of this matchup. We need some tags.
Somebody's got a tag. That's what a tag team's all about. Making tags. Winning matches.
Who can get to their corner first? Hentai gets the Palace, and Rayne is in! Rayne fires away! And what a showcase for this guy! 3 men down at once! And that agility comes back to haunt him. And all 6 men are going at it now. Palace just drilled Rayne in the ring. Hook in the leg. Palace almost steals it.
What just happened?
Well, Palace complaining about the count. DiMera hits the guardrail on the outside. It's Hentai and McDowell. It's Futuristic and DiMera. And in the ring where it counts, I think the legal men are Palace and Rayne. DiMera down or sit out.
Sit out face buster, Joe. This could be it.
Sit out F5 cover, 2 and an air fall. Hentai makes the save. I think Palace was done for, if not for the instincts of Hentai.
Finally, some orders restored in this match, I think.
For the moment at least. Hentai goes triple knee. And the double palm strike. A staple of Hentai's offense. Cover, but McDowell right in waiting. Oh, Hentai headbutts. That hurts like nobody's business. McDowell catches it. McDowell showing some power. And Futuristic with a save on Hentai. Back and forth center ring. Sunset flip coming up. McDowell trying to keep his balance. Hentai on a clothesline. Futuristic has got 2 and a lot of change on it. And this matchup's broken down again. Rayne and Palace are going at it. And Hentai and Futuristic, a bit of a miscue maybe. McDowell cradles Futuristic, almost beat him, but didn't have that package cinched in anywhere near enough. And Hentai, geez, just lit up Futuristic. I think Hentai's fed up with his students. Hentai.
He threw his own partner at him.
Maybe you can't lead just anybody to success. Maybe the Hentai model doesn't always work. Hentai's given up on these kids, and he's out of here, and he is not too happy.
He's not happy at all. Too happy.
Well, is he ever happy? But now especially. Palace and Rayne center ring, as now Palace and Futuristic are out to dry 3-on-2. Palace set up, countered by Rayne. What? Rayne calls this the Doppler effect. Executed perfectly. And there may be a severe warning in the future for Palace.
This could be it, Joe.
And a 100% chance of victory for McBride. I'll tell you what, I think the story of this matchup was the performance of Rayne. Great athleticism, tremendous leadership skills along with DiMera, and a very emphatic conclusion with that Doppler effect. He used his athleticism, he used his sports background, and he was a big, big part of leading this team to victory, Nikki.
Well, I gotta tell you, Joe, I think the big story coming out of this matchup is Super Hentai is fed up with these guys in the ring, he's fed up with everything outside of the ring. He just doesn't look very happy.
Well, Hentai tried to prove his superiority over everybody else, but Dave DiMera has proven that with the help of men like Justin Idol and others mentoring them, whether Hentai likes it or not, those he has not taken a liking to are still going to shine and going to continue on. Well, an individual that is well established here in the ranks of IWC Wrestling, but at the same time, still a bit of a youngster on the scene. Tyler Stone, the former bare-knuckle fighter. We've seen him compete in Super Indy in the past and have some very high-profile opportunities. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing how he performs tonight against a very recent Super Indy champion, but certainly not the current title holder, in Michael Facade. What have you seen from Tyler Stone thus far, Valentino?
Well, I'm a big fan of this guy, Joe, because he just looks tough. Look at him, he's got chains and capris and a mohawk. I mean, he's tough. He's looking for a fight, Joe. He's not here to wrestle. He's here
So Tyler Stone is no nonsense. He takes his athletic background. He takes his matchup very, very seriously. And we've seen him in the past abandon a number of tag team partners when he's let them down. That's how focused he is. May get him a bad rep, but man, kid wants to win.
And his opponent, he weighs in at 185 pounds, and he's roaming the streets at night, creeping while you're sleeping. He is the airy-style assassin, the Neon Ninja, Facade!
Michael Facade won the Super Indy Championship in a hellacious four-way ladder war last December and held that championship all the way until Super Indy 11. Facade showcasing that this is, of course, the Young Talent Initiative. Facade lost that championship, came moments away from becoming the first ever athlete to go all the way through a Super Indy tournament as successful defending champion. It has never happened before. Facade was seconds away, but he passed out from the pain after that stretch muffler maneuver that Sami Callihan was using on Facade's knee, a knee injury caused earlier in that night by Gory, which brings us around to that Facade-Gory rivalry. Gory is the reason Facade is not champion today.
Full circle, if you will, Joe.
Sure. Well, Gory blames Facade for why Gory is not the champion. And I don't agree with that logic. Facade showcasing that flexibility and showcasing a little bit about his background.
He could be a criminal, Joe. I mean,
He's
suspect for debate.
He's creeping while you're sleeping.
I don't know what that means, but I don't like it.
Well, because you're asleep when it happens. You wouldn't know. But it's creepy stuff.
I don't want anybody creeping while I'm asleep.
No. Collar and elbow centering. You know, Facade was given the opportunity to choose his opponent here tonight. He had a chance to pick anybody, and he picked Tyler Stone. And the reason being because Facade wants to face the best there is in this Young Talent Initiative. And certainly you can cause for debate whether or not Tyler Stone is the best, but he's certainly up there on that short list based on his experience in a short amount of time. Facade does not want a night off. He does not want a pushover. He doesn't want somebody that's not going to test him, because he knows in a month's time, Cage Fury, he will be locked in a cage with about as literally close to an animal as you're going to get in the realm of professional wrestling in Gory.
I mean, this is like comparing apples to oranges. I mean, Tyler Stone is a consummate athlete, a consummate professional. He's always looking for a fight. Gory, on the other hand, is crazy. He's clearly out of his mind. And I don't think this is a good idea for Facade to wear himself out in a match like this, and a guy who's really going to bring it to him. He picked his own opponent. What's he, out of his mind? He should have picked the easy one. He should have taken the night off.
No, that may be the one-nighter's easy way out of things.
That's what it is.
But from my experiences, obviously not in the ring, but speaking with people that have been in a ring, you want to continue to wrestle as often as possible against high-quality competition so you don't get rusty, so you're always in shape, you're in your element, you're prepared. You don't want to take an easy match and rest on your laurels and not be fully tested and prepared for a matchup with an animalistic person like Gory.
Well, I don't know who you're talking to, but they're giving you the wrong advice.
Not you, obviously.
He's also very nimble.
Who told you that? You didn't think that one up on your own. I know that. Somebody told you that.
I don't even know that word.
Collar and elbow once again. And think about what this means for Tyler Stone. It's a proving ground for him as well, even though he's already a regular member of the roster, because Tyler Stone could earn himself a potential future title shot at the Super Indy Champion. Tyler Stone and Sami Callihan. I'd love to see it.
What happens if he beats Facade here?
I think I just told you he'd be in line for Super Indy title shot. Where were you? And Facade will not be prepared mentally for Gory if he loses here. I think that's going to affect his confidence and his momentum in a big way.
So he backed himself into a corner.
So there is a risk, yes, but I think Facade likes to test himself with risks.
No.
He's a risky guy.
Well, he's also creeping while I'm sleeping, and I don't like that either.
Well, you can take that up with him. Don't fall asleep during this match. And there's no reason to, because we got two of the best athletes on this card. Where's Bobby Beverly, anyway?
Sleeping.
That's not going well for him at all. Facade goes for the headlock, countered by Stone. Arm drag nicely down. Facade has mastered leverage and weight positioning. Facade uses every pound of his body expertly, and that comes from just hours spent in dojos, in wrestling rooms, training facilities. Learning how to master the ins and outs of the ring. Caught body by Stone here. Got a near fall. And Stone's showing off. I think
now I like this part of it.
Stone is showcasing that's twice I almost beat Facade. And certainly that's something to be proud about, but that's not something you want to be proud about in the middle of the match.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, Joe.
That's true.
That's what they tell me.
Well, I thought you liked the guy. Why are you arguing this point?
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm pointing out both sides of it. Now we got a little shoving match. This went from a wrestling match to what could boil down into a street
I
fight.
guarantee you the devil's advocates could beat you if they were still around for the tag team titles. Because you duck them too.
That's right. Now you're talking.
I'd love to see Jake Garrett punch you in the mouth. Facade goes high risk. Stone is down. We got a cover in a near fall. And Facade grounding Stone.
Now we're back to wrestling, and you know, both of these guys, they bring two different styles to the ring, and I can't even really tell you who will fare better in wrestling. Facade likes to take risks. Tyler Stone likes to fight. Who's going to win a wrestling match?
This isn't something that you would normally see Facade do, but Facade needs to go outside of his element because he will not be in his element at Caged Fury. Gory will have Facade trapped, and Gory will have no disqualifications. He can do whatever he wants inside those steel confines. And when you are such a diabolical individual that will bite, scratch, claw, maim,
Shank?
do whatever it is, and I've seen him walk around with that meat hook. He'll do whatever he can do to inflict pain and spread his message and get closer to his goals, and most importantly, destroy the goals of everybody else in the process. I don't know how you prepare for Gory, other than retire. That doesn't surprise me. Geez, Facade with those low round kicks right to the base of the spine. And those linger with you. Those do their damage. You knock something out of whack in somebody's back, that affects any time they try to move, pivot, strike, fly. Facade knows that. Doing it again.
I mean, this is a physical contest, and as you can already see, someone's bleeding. Who's bleeding?
I'm not really sure. I understand Tyler Stone has been lacerated. Got that in my earpiece just now. Same guy that told you about that nimble thing earlier.
I wonder who that could be. Who's in charge around here?
Who's on first? We're going back to that.
That's a nasty gouge.
Oh,
there,
that's
Joe.
absolutely. And that shows you Facade means business. Facade's looking at Tyler Stone and he's seeing Gory.
Joe, that's going to need at least 3 stitches. I'm not a doctor, but you get the picture.
Yes. Well, Stone. But Sunset Flip here, 2-0. Stone quite literally seeing red right now, much as Facade and Gory will be in a few weeks on our next DVD release.
Now, Joe, let's talk about how this cut factors into this matchup, because if you're Tyler Stone, you could bleed out. He's got to get out of there.
Well, I think the biggest problem here is vision. If that blood can seep into your right eye and completely just if it swells and closes it off, or if the blood just gets in your eye and you can't open it, I mean, that affects obviously a big time sense. And Facade goes roll up, almost has him though.
Innovative roll up by Facade.
Maestra style.
Oklahoma roll. Style.
And Facade with a double chance. We almost step one of his dreadlock submission maneuver. You know that?
That's a butterfly lock.
Okay, that's
right?
step one to the dreadlock if he bridges up and over.
What's step 3?
Step 3 is the other guy submitting.
Oh, okay. I don't care about step 2.
Well, you will if you're in the ring with him. Step 2 is going to be the toughest on you. Tyler able to back Facade up into the ropes. And Tyler doing a great job playing through the pain here. Not lifted up, double clothesline, center ring.
Both men had the same idea there, Joe, and neither one of them paid off for it.
It didn't pay off for either one of them.
Right, that's what I said.
Gotcha. Well, who's got the resilience? Who's got the perseverance here? That's going to be the question. Who can push themselves farther and longer? Or can we have a double count out? Stone is up to a knee right before 8. Facade follows in kind. And Stone, man, mounting the offense. I think that cut helped light a fire under Tyler Stone. We're seeing more aggression and intensity out of him than normal as well. Down into very nicely done. And Tyler hangs on with a pinfall. But Facade slips that left shoulder. Tyler was leaning on Facade rather than over top of him. When they lateral pressed, the left side of Facade was exposed.
Why he got out.
Both men are certainly worse for wear right now. Tyler breaking out some martial arts style kicks. German release. And Facade's not moving. Valentino, could this be all?
He could be out, Joe.
Pushed him to the center of the ring. Nicely done. Cover. Got it. No. And Tyler might be apt to set up for his Tiger driver, that double underhook pile driver. We've seen him put a lot of guys away with that over the past couple of years.
Facade's doing a smart thing here, Joe. He's rolling to the outside to try to regain his win.
Absolutely. It's not a cowardly maneuver if you do it in a strategic style. That's what Facade's doing. Tyler looking to fly. He better turn around because he has no clue where Facade is. Facade walks the ropes while they're shaking and connects with a drop kick. Unbelievable. Facade with a back kick into the dreadlock, Valentino. Here it comes. Step 1, step 2. Will Tyler tap out?
Did step 3 happen?
Step 3 just happened. Tyler, see you bye, tap out. And check out the look on the face. If you're Gory, what's going through your mind right now?
Well, I don't want to speculate, Joe, but probably brains and violence.
That's what Gory's bringing to the table, but you can see what Facade's got. The knee is 100%. He's rebounded from the loss to Sami Callihan, and he knows, firmly entrenched in his mind, Gory is the top reason Facade lost that championship to Sami Callihan. The reason for that knee injury. What is going to happen when Gory and Facade get locked in a steel cage together?
I don't know, Joe. Now, see, here's something. A show of respect.
Something you know nothing about. Yeah, absolutely. Makes you sick.
Facade should be going back to the pay window to get his winner's purse and rolling right out of this place. Not hugging and kissing and doing whatever they're doing in there.
Both guys deserve the respect of these people and each other. But it's Michael Ivan Facade who has a lot of caged fury in his future. He'll be locked with the animalistic Gory. Ultimate revenge potentially on the line. What the hell?
What just happened? Did we have a power outage?
The lights are out. And what the hell is that? With the lights out again, did I just see what I think I saw? My God! What? That's Gory! Gory's out there.
Security.
What the hell is Facade covered in?
Paramedics.
What the? Facade is covered in red liquid. Is that? I hate to speculate, but what is that? What is that fluid? And where did Gory get it from? Facade is covered. That's sickening. That's grotesque.
Get him out of here. Get out.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go to concessions.
What do you want? Hey, listen, Gory. Hey. I don't know what in the world you think this is, and I don't know what that substance is, but it better not be actual blood. Here's the thing, Gory. You want to bring a weapon with yourself out, and you want to hit this guy? Here's the thing. Cage Fury, it's not just a steel cage match anymore. It's a steel cage weapons match.
Wow.
And another thing, Gory, Troy, get him out of here. You put your hands on him one more time. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it.
How you gonna
'Cause you're
stop?
Lose your opportunity. So get to the back. Can we get some help? Paul, get the lights turned on, please.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
Jay, let's get you to the mission.
Facade is covered in this one. It'll be a weapons-filled cage,
We
but
can get this up here cleaned up and get some help out here.
Nikki Valentino, have you heard about the word?
What's the word?
Well, apparently the bird is the word, and the Iceman, Tony Johnson, is many words, and he is on the way to the ring right now for a singles action in the second half of Proving Ground.
So he's many words, so he's like the dictionary.
He's a lexicon. He's a human lexicon.
Okay, I'll bring my Rolodex.
He's a lexicon that's like made of ice. Iceman, I'm not going anywhere with him.
Tony Johnson, not to be confused
Ice.
with Chuck Liddell.
He is contradicting his own entrance music by saying Iceman is the word, not bird. Interesting music choices all around in this contest.
And his opponent,
Rocky?
he weighs in at 215 pounds, wrestling out of Long Beach, South Carolina. Here is the Bearcat, Keith Haught.
Rocky, not exactly. Going to talk a lot about these athletes who are very evenly matched. Both of them have been wrestling about 2.5 years now. They've crossed paths before on the independent scene. Both of these men actually accepted the open tryout at our wrestling school, the Iron City Wrestling Academy. It was open to any trained professional wrestler. Come, show your stuff, and get an opportunity on the event. These two men were the best of that field that showed up for that open tryout a week ago.
Good thing I didn't show up.
Why's that?
I would have been the best.
Well, you're not in the Proving Ground. You're a champion. You have a spot.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Your point?
Well, why would you want another spot?
So I can have 2 spots.
What if you have to wrestle yourself?
I could do it.
Let's see. Tony Johnson, the Iceman, versus Bearcat Keith Haught. Both men circling one another. Johnson, the more athletic of the two, but also the more arrogant.
Whoa. How can you make that judgment? He's the more athletic of the two.
Because I've done research.
It's a very subjective opinion at this point.
That's what opinions are. They're subjective.
Listen, I'm going to give my opinion. I'm going to say Keith Haught is a finely tuned athletic machine.
Well, Keith Haught has impressed a lot of people and turned a lot of heads. And I think the biggest and best categorization of Keith Haught is the fact he has such a big heart.
He does have a big heart. He's got a lot of big other things. We're not going to go there right now.
What are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything. He's got big trunks, big shoes.
Okay.
Did you see put his knee pads on? Those are big too.
I did not watch him put his knee pads on, no. It's good to see you're researching the talent, though.
You can tell a lot about a wrestler the way he puts his knee pads on.
Like what?
How
What
big
kind-
their heart is.
What kind of knee pads are there? That's about it. Keith Haught with the chancery. Big takedown, Haught. I don't think I'm bringing any news stories when I say he's carrying the more body weight of the two of them. Up and over, Johnson lands on his feet. But the second time around, though, Haught just overpowers him. Haught is very athletic as well. I don't mean to discredit him. My earlier statement of Tony Johnson. Haught has been known to ascend to the top rope a time or two in his day.
I hope not in this match.
We'll
I
see.
hope the ring can take it.
Well, we will certainly see about that.
Kitchen sink, Joe.
Knee to the kitchen sink.
That's what that was.
You learn-
We were everything at him in the kitchen sink.
Did you learn the name of that move watching him put his knee pads on?
Yes.
All right. Getting somewhere. Valentino, if you had to pinpoint one person who's impressed you the most tonight of our Young Talent Initiative, who do you think it would be?
Well, if we're going to say, and I'm going to make a judgment call here, I'm going to say Tyler Stone has really impressed me. And I'm not a big fan of anyone.
Well, no. Except yourself and Bobby Beverly.
Right. For good reason. But I think Tyler showing. Well, Tony Johnson right now could be getting the vote. He may not be voted off the island. I may not give him the island.
Okay, you have your intricate grading system over there of check marks, X's, and there's like a happy face and some hieroglyphics. I'm not really sure what's going on over there.
I'm taking notes, Joe. I could find myself in the ring with any one of these guys.
You could.
So I gotta know.
These guys could team up and take the tag team championships.
I don't know about all that.
Johnson.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
What's he doing?
What? He obviously referring to Big League John McChesney, who has arrived in this building.
Well, it looks like he bought a ticket, Joe.
He's holding one of our tickets in his hand. He was told by Chuck Roberts to not be here tonight. He said he intended on being here, but this is not what this is about. McChesney defeated Logan Shulo a month ago via countout, if I recall correctly, and absconded with the IWC Championship, which is not his. And legally, Chuck Roberts has no right to tell McChesney to leave. He's bought a ticket. He's done nothing wrong. And now he's going to sit next to that goofy-looking guy over there. Near fall.
Well, he's got the belt, Joe, so that makes him the champion, right?
No, possession is not 9/10 of the law here.
But it is.
He is the title holder, but he's not the champion. Difference. Huge backbreaker back in the ring by Tony Johnson. Our apologies to these two men in the ring because John McChesney has decided to unprofessionally take the spotlight from them.
He bought a ticket, Joe, and you can't blame the guy.
Well, where the hell's he been for an hour and a half?
He wanted to see the show. He was getting ready.
Fashionably late. He's here to make a statement. I don't think it's any accident that he showed up when he has, with Logan Shulo's match still to come, against McChesney's latest flunky chest flexor.
McChesney's got a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's been through a lot over the past 6 months, but only one of them is the #1 contender side. Johnson's agility comes back to haunt him, Haught with a sidestep. Evo, nicely done. And now could be a turning point of the matchup here. Both men down and hurt. And geez, listen to the impact. No description necessary.
Well, I'll give you one anyways, Joe. Those are forearms.
Couldn't do without you, Valentino. Haught catches Johnson up around the face area, second time. Shows you what this opportunity means to both these men. High angle back suplex. Johnson literally pulled it off. Could have him here. Near fall.
That was close, Joe.
5 minutes gone by.
It's about as close as you get.
Goes back to what you said earlier about close only counting and horseshoes and hand grenades. Only one guy's going to win this thing. One guy going to stay on the radar. Johnson hits into the enziguri. Nicely done. Johnson could have him here, but no, the right shoulder left exposed.
It was a poor cover, Joe. He didn't show why he didn't want to win. He moved the leg, he stepped through, and that was his mistake. That's one check against him. Or X.
You don't even know what your own system is. Well, I think you can, not to make excuses for the kid, but fatigue got to play into a factor as well. Haught got a great elevation on that kick for being a more round individual.
Stout competitor.
Oh, stout works, portly.
Husky.
It's a tad bit corpulent.
Now he's going to the top rope, Joe, and this could be dangerous.
Told ya. Could be dangerous for Haught.
This could be dangerous for everybody here.
Oh! He calls that the hot mess. And the mess he made got the win. Keith Haught came out of nowhere with a hot mess, and he won this thing. Nicky Valentino's in stunned silence. Keith Haught survived the ICWA Invitational Challenge, and he survived Tony Johnson here tonight. Could be big things on the horizon. Could be a future opponent for Nicky Valentino. Time will tell. Keith Haught wins it, and a lot more ground to be proven still to come next. Well, unique situation here as far as a three-way matchup upcoming in just a moment. There's going to be a lot of proving going on here because the winner of this Proving Ground three-way will qualify for a Proving Ground four-way at Cage Fury, so there will be a lot of proof by the time the series is done. John McChesney is creating a lot of problems and havoc, and I believe distracting our sound technician. McChesney is still front row, annoying that skinny kid in the hat. And here is the Reaper, Matt Conard, a 2-year pro from Buchanan, West Virginia. A man who's competed all over the area in New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, and certainly here in Pennsylvania as well. A man who's a lot more slow, methodical of a style, credits his poor upbringing for the individual he is today.
Introducing combatant number 2. He weighs in at 197 pounds. Wrestling out of Palm Springs, California. He is Mr. Wrestling Now, Jordan Lennox.
Not just Mr. Wrestling, but Mr. Wrestling Now, Jordan Lennox. Trained by a friend of the IWC and former WWE star Colin Delaney. He's competed throughout the upstate New York area and pretty much all the top competition you can think of from up there. A fast-paced hybrid style that combines American lucha libre and the Japanese wrestling styles. Look for him to hit an amazingly breathtaking one-man standing Spanish fly he calls Air Jordan.
And introducing the final combatant. He weighs in at 185 pounds, wrestling out of Little Hawking, Ohio. Here is Zach Vincent.
Zach Vincent is referred to as supernatural because some of the things he can do in between those ropes just defy logic, defy description, defy what you would think the human anatomy is capable of. A man who has been in the industry dating back to age 14. He's only 22 now, broke in at 14, and a man that's very nimble, very flexible, very agile, and very eccentric as well.
Good talent.
Zach Vincent does things that really no other person in professional wrestling can do. Not even you.
I can do it.
Well, we'll keep a list throughout this match of things he does and whether or not you can do them.
I got a list.
I know about your list.
I've been checking it twice.
You got a list of moves. You got a list of your opinions of this talent. When are you a talent evaluator?
Well, I was put here for a reason, Joe.
Yeah, to bug me so you wouldn't bug Chuck. Since when are you Dr. Tom Pritchard all of a sudden?
Dr. Tom. Oh, Dr. Tom.
I don't know what that was a reference to, but okay. Three-way matchup, one fall.
Well, now this guy and the other, who's
That's the Reaper, Matt Conard.
the Reaper, the Grim Reaper out there, he's doing the smart thing. He's going to let these two guys in the ring wear themselves out. He's going to come in and steal one. That's a page out of my book.
Well, Valentino, it's not just about wins and losses. It's about impressing IWC management.
And what's more impressive than a win?
Well, I don't think it's very impressive to avoid competing in a match.
I think a win is more impressive than competing in a match.
And don't you think the fans have a vote too? Many of the veterans here, many of the front office staff here, observing this matchup.
What's my opinion worth?
Oh, that and about 50 cents will get you a cup of coffee.
Okay.
It's Jordan Lennox and Zach Vincent center of the ring. Two very agile athletes.
Nimble.
Nimble.
That word again.
They're nimble. Very colorful athletes as well.
Some catch-can wrestling.
And Zach Vincent moves so gracefully in the ring that you will notice as this matchup progresses. And you talk about a guy like Michael Facade, who has just amazing flexibility and neck strength. Because of all the intricate workouts he does. I can't even imagine the workout regimen of a guy like Zach Vincent.
imagine my workout machine consists of. None of that, I'll tell you.
Well, if you're working out with Bobby Beverly, I shudder to think.
There's a lot of thrust.
I bet. I don't understand. Oh, great settle head scissors by Lennox. I don't understand why Beverly wears a sleeve when he wrestles without a shirt. Why do you need the sleeve? I don't get it.
Stay warm.
Zach Vincent leverages up and over Jordan Lennox. I don't know if they've noticed that Matt Conard is not in the ring yet. I really don't care. Conard and Lennox are both 2-year pros. Vincent, without question, the most experienced of the three and tied in first place for the most experienced athlete invited here that is not a regular part of this roster. Conard,
you see that?
well, Conard picked his spot, picked his opportunity from the blind side and took out Lennox, at least momentarily. Now it's Zach Vincent and Conard who are going to go one-on-one. Conard has the leverage advantage here, and as you can see, able to muscle Vincent back into the corner. You being a fellow smaller athlete in that way, what does Zach Vincent have to do to counteract the size advantage of Conard?
Cheat.
Sorry, arm drag takeover, that's a better idea. Series of arm drags, great back bridge on that arm drag. Move number 1 you can't do back, you know? Can you do that? That roll through?
You will be surprised what I can do.
I don't think I want to know what kind of things you do.
Like the stretch muffler, Joe.
Shades of the Super Indy champion, Sami Callihan. But Vincent, check this out. He's in control now with the head moves. I wonder if Zach Vincent could do that to the Super Indy champion, Sami Callihan. He might be a future champion if he can. Hurricane Rana, Conard to the outside.
Roar, Joe. That's a dangerous place to be.
Absolutely. And Vincent makes it even more dangerous. Another takeover to the outside. And Zach Vincent feeling pretty good about himself now. But can't forget about Jordan Lennox. Up and over! Suicide type dive. Putting all on the line, and I can't help but notice that John McChesney in the front row does not look terribly impressed.
Takes a lot to impress John McChesney, Joe.
Oh yeah, like a championship, right?
A ticket to the show.
Lennox puts the brakes on Conard, and Conard responds in kind. And you can see the torque put on Lennox's body with that clothesline. And Conard now just trying to ground Lennox, trap him in the corner.
Trying to wear the man down. Trying to wear the man down here, Joe. And that's what he's going to do with these high flyers.
Well, when it's a ground game, you got to give the advantage to Conard because of his leverage, his reach, his power. Lennox, if he can hit and run, can maybe open up with something here. Watch out, don't forget about Zach Vincent from the outside. And Vincent with some right hands. And going for a body scissors, thrown hold by Vincent, but got caught into a backbreaker. And Conard just moves on to his next victim. Lennox up. Gory style kick. And Lennox tripping Conard up. There you see that quickness advantage. And the match opens up. Lennox looks good. And Vincent connects with both feet right to the head. It's another move you can't do.
There's you.
I says right. I've never seen you do that.
Wow. Be surprised.
So you still don't believe that Zach Vincent is supernatural in his movements and his capabilities?
Well, he does a lot of fancy things. We'll see how it fares for him.
Certainly we will. Up and over and oh! Walked right into an uppercut. Gravity was Zach Vincent's enemy there. And Lennox almost got caught. Got planted down the first time and planted down the second time.
He didn't get all of it there, Joe.
Well, that's why I went back to the well. Usually a mistake, but it worked that time. Conard got a near fall. And Conard is, to his credit, dominating this matchup right now.
He is, Joe, and that's because those two guys put themselves out in the beginning. He took advantage and he missed. He missed a knee there, but
he did. And the double handspring, another move you can't do, but Vincent wasn't successful this time out either. Sack. Up with a Hurricane Rana, countered. And down with a buckle bomb. Conard having a little bit of trouble negotiating Vincent here. And Lennox comes from the blind side.
Lennox taking control of this match here, Joe.
Absolutely is.
Both of these
taking
guys
it from Conard.
Are very worn out.
Well, all three guys are feeling the worst for wear now, and I think Vincent and Lennox are learning to.
You gotta double team the big.
Well, yeah, they're neutralizing the bigger of the three athletes. So let's take Conard out and decide it amongst ourselves. Double drop kick. Momentary bit of teamwork there. And Conard finds himself in enemy territory. They take the knee out. That base is gone. And down with a drop kick. And Conard now pinned. And there you see the issue with any kind of teamwork in a three-way matchup. Only one guy's going to get the pin. And now it's Vincent and Lennox settling in amongst themselves. All while the would-be champion John McChesney looks on from the front row.
You think McChesney's impressed yet?
McChesney's not impressed by anything that can't benefit himself. And Lennox drops Vincent down right to the knee. He's got the cover. And Conard now back up, interrupts. It's hard to win a three-way matchup. Always somebody there to interrupt the fall. You really have to take care of two men at once. And spinning neck breaker, nicely done. I believe he calls that the twist of Kane, but not enough for a victory here. That Vincent able to break up the fall. For another maneuver, but Vincent counters roll up and no. Conard might have been going for that headstone neck breaker he likes to utilize.
10 minutes gone by in this contest. 10 minutes.
Vincent looking in the pace. Satellite DDT, nicely done. Vincent bringing the aerial skills. Axe kick, and there's that agility. That nimbleness, something you can't do once again, and Conard breaks up the fall. Vincent could have had this thing, could have qualified for Cage Fury.
These guys have got to be exhausted, Joe.
We're exhausted calling it. Vincent takes out that knee again. Went to elevate that leg one more time. Conard counters. I believe that was the headstone neckbreaker. And Vincent just doubled over in pain. And now Vincent to the outside. We're down to Lennox and Conard. Can someone get somewhere here? And check that out. That was the Air Jordan. And Jordan Lennox got it done.
Here's your winner, Jordan Lennox.
Jordan Lennox is victorious in this three-way battle, and that means, Valentino, Jordan Lennox qualifies to Cage Fury next month, where he'll compete in a four-way Proving Ground matchup. Jordan Lennox doing a good job here tonight, overcoming two athletes, Vincent and Conard. Looking forward to seeing a lot more from Jordan Lennox here in the months to come. McChesney causing more problems here as we're getting set for our main event. Our championship battle. John McChesney claims he is the champion.
This contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the IWC World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the champion. He weighs in at 221 pounds, wrestling out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is the elite athlete, the heavy metal Jesus, Logan Shulo.
Make no mistake about it, Logan Shulo is indeed the reigning IWC champion. John McChesney, who bought a ticket to get in here, has possession of Logan's championship. McChesney did beat Logan Shulo, but only via countout, and as you well know, Valentino, titles do not change hands on a disqualification or a countout.
I'll tell you what, Joe, I think the fact of the matter is John McChesney is the best of the belt, Logan Shulo is not. So if you ask me, when John McChesney walks down the street with the IWC Championship, you have to say that he is the champion. Someone not in the know, like you or I, is going to label John McChesney as the heavyweight champion.
And they'd be wrong, because they're not in the know, like you just said.
Well, they're not in the know, but, you know, appearances, keeping up appearances, Joe, that's what it's all about.
But appearances don't make you a champion.
Well, speaking of appearances, I mean, look at Logan Shulo. He looks like he hasn't slept in months. He hasn't shaved, he hasn't showered. Look at him.
And his opponent and challenger, being escorted to ringside by his personal valet, Ginger. He weighs in at 185 pounds, wrestling out of Beachport, Pennsylvania. He is the chest machine, Chest Flexor.
What did he just say?
The chest machine.
The chest machine. Like at a gym or something?
The chest machine. You don't ever been to Chest Flexor's gym?
I don't want to go anywhere near anything of Chest Flexors.
Chest Flexor, I gotta tell you, he's my personal body trainer.
Is he?
He has put me in the best shape of my life, Joe.
I'm sorry to hear that. Chest Flexor is the lackey, the flunky, the ne'er-do-well of John McChesney. And he is somehow the #1 contender to our top prize. He lucked into winning a 5-way matchup involving Dalton Castle, Rayne, Hentai, Denny Gregory. Oh no, not this again. The Chinese New Year's Dragon is back. Along with, I understand her name is Ginger. What the hell? Are you kidding me? The chest machine. I sense a photo op somewhere in here.
That's the chest machine, Chest Flexor.
Valentino, what the hell happened in my life?
Well, we have the Chinese Dragon out here.
I used to go to England. I used to do Ring of Honor. I used to have a great life. And now I'm sitting here next to Nicky Valentino. I got Justin Plummer over there looking for ghosts in his own college dorm. I'm the only one doing research here. I'm the only one holding this broadcast together. And the chest machine is out here.
In the presence of the greatness, in the presence of the chest machine, Chest Flexor, the #1 contender for the IWC Championship, currently held by John McChesney.
What a rib. What a maroon. Is this Creed playing, I'm assuming? The chest machine.
The official taking very good care of the chest machine ceremonial.
There's way too many vests floating around this company these days. And I understand the chest flexor, for extra insult to injury, or insult to further insult, actually came out to Logan Shulo's actual band. That is, the band is called Motionless Lives. The song is called Not For Nothing. I feel like I'm doing a pay-per-view plug, but that's the name of the song that he came out to as a blatant you-know-what to Logan Shulo.
Does Chest Flexor's band have a Twitter?
Maybe.
I follow them.
Does whose band have a what?
Chest Flexor's band.
The Chest Flexor does not have a... He has a band of misfits and miscreants
He came out to that music by his band.
by Logan Shulo's band.
He has a band.
Logan Shulo as a band. Don't use pronouns. You're not frowned upon in this business. Collar and elbow tie-up. Chest Flexor could be our heavyweight champion. Let's let that sink in. Flexor lucked his way into this matchup. Flexor's real tough. He's been in the ring with some of the best in this company's history. And most of them he somehow beat at that qualifying matchup to get this shot.
So he's talented, and he's the number one contender.
And he's goofy.
And he has a band and a dragon.
He has no band. He has a dragon. I guess it's a dragon.
And a manager.
He's got a girl.
And he just got chopped.
He's got a cool vest. Sort of. Huge couple of knife edges. Right in front of John McChesney. Notice that. That placement was not accidental. Well, no, Flexor got lucky, caught Shulo coming in. If Flexor wins this matchup, it's going to be all opportunistic. It's going to be luck, and it's going to be cerebral strategy. As the dragon looks on, what does the dragon keep chewing on? I don't know what he's...
Bubblicious, Joe.
Oh, maybe.
I've done my research as well.
Maybe that's for his cardio, I don't know. Shulo going to elevate Flexor and check out this power. The hang time. North of 10-15 seconds, Flexor's blood rush into his brain.
He's going to be dizzy after this one, Joe. That's what happens.
Rewind your DVD player and time this at home. We got to be over 30 seconds now. This is unbelievable. The amazing power. Can we reach a full minute?
Is this a submission?
It could have been. If you're at home, you may have to switch to disc 2 now. That suplex was so long. My gosh. Logan Shulo gets caught to the outside. I've just been told in my other ear by my other source that was a 75-second long suplex.
75 seconds. We could have gone to commercial.
I think that broke Claudio Castagnoli's record, whatever that is. No, not Jim Neidhart, but I digress. Oh, Flexor tried to trap Shulo again. Shulo a step ahead. And Shulo's got to feel like a stranger in a strange land. Because he got Flexor in the ring, you got a dragon and Ginger on the outside. McChesney's in the crowd. You're over here. Thank you for confirming that you are over here. But I'll tell you what, Shulo's still looking great, still performing like a champion. According to me, according to everybody, he's the champion. He won the title. He never lost it.
Well, right now, you should go after Chest Flexor. I don't count Chest Flexor out of this match, Joe, because Logan Shulo, I think, is making a big mistake.
What is he doing? He just beheaded the dragon.
He killed the dragon.
And Shulo, he doesn't want any of this falderall and nonsense out here. Shulo wants to win this matchup, retain his title, and deal with McChesney. And these goons, whatever you want to call them, distracting Shulo. They're not assaulting him because they don't want to get Flexor disqualified. But man, the distraction paid off. And Flexor has every trick in the book here.
That's what happens when you bring an entourage with you, Joe. There's a lot of intangibles in this match. Now Chest Flexor's taking advantage. I mean, Joe, Chest Flexor is a constant athlete. He's got boots and elbow pads. And he's taking it to the IWC champion level.
There's a lot of people that think boots and elbow pads are all you need to be an athlete, but that's not the case.
Well, you can't deny that Chest Flexor has the upper hand.
Yes, Chest Flexor's the upper hand. Yes, Chest Flexor is a good athlete. Yes, Chest Flexor is as tough as anybody in this locker room. Does Chest Flexor deserve this opportunity? Technically, yes. Do I think he'll be the next champion? I pray to God he won't. got enough shortcuts to get the job done. Reverse neck breaker, nicely done. Now, if Flexor wins the title, how will his relationship with John McChesney change? And why are these goons bowing down to Flexor? Wait, cover in the ring. 1 count only. The Flex Machine. Well, I don't see him out here wrestling Spider Mask. He's in here with a world-class athlete in Logan Shulo. And Shulo saw Flexor take his eye off the ball, and Flexor's very logic to beating Shulo has come back to haunt him. Shulo with a huge backbreaker. And this is Heavy Metal Jesus at his finest. And Shulo elevating Flexor in the corner nearest John McChesney. Again, we're sending messages here, Valentino.
Who are we sending messages
to John McChesney in the front row because he's got Shulo's title.
Text messages? Facebook messages?
No, a little more physical than that. Oh, now, wait, the shirtless goon getting involved.
He got slapped right in the mouth, Joe.
Well, he deserved it.
That's what happens when you're trying to get involved.
Don't interrupt the title match. Shulo, look out here. On top. And Shulo collides to the outside. He saw the goons attempting to get involved, and Shulo made a mid-air adjustment.
Forward thinking, Joe. That's what he did. But now he's got to get back in the ring and take back the advantage here against Chuck Flexor.
High risk personified. And now Shulo has gotten this as close to a one-on-one situation as this is perhaps going to get. Lots of counters. Roll up all over the tights, but not enough. Every shortcut in the book here, Flexor trying to break out. Flexor knows this may be his only opportunity to become champion. He's making the most of it. Roll up, roll up. And Chest Flexor was a half a second away from becoming champion. Just visualize that sentence.
He have the belt. He won.
Well, he would have beaten the champion. You take that up with John McChesney, and so would he. That's why I question that relationship. Does McChesney want Flexor to win? Does he think it doesn't matter? And these goons holding Shulo down without the official noticing, but Shulo's still got his shoulder up. Logan can't be stopped.
Logan Shulo's got to do something here, Joe. He's down and out right now. The numbers game is getting to him, I think.
Absolutely. Well, check this out. That's Ginger getting involved, choking Shulo with something.
And the Dragon's in the ring.
What in the blue hell is going
Dragon.
on? God, that ain't any kind of dragon that belongs in the ring, I'll guarantee you that.
Can we see a dragon sleeper? A dragon suplex?
Oh, shut up.
A dragon driver?
He's going to put it on. Now he's going to gore him. Get out of here.
And now he's stuck in the dragon.
And he's yelling at the turnbuckle. No idea where Shulo is. Thrust kick. Flexor is out of it. And now the electric chair. Goodbye, Flexor. Goodbye, Dragon. Powerbomb. Shoulders down? Sure, why not? Shulo retains the title. Victory for Logan. Whoa. McChesney just jumped the rail. He's a ticket-buying fan.
I can go wherever I want. Don't tell me what I can't do. None of you.
McChesney's not on this show.
Don't you come near me. I am a paid fan. I can have you thrown out of here.
Oh, come on.
Why? Logan, because I think you're a paper champion, and I don't think you deserve this belt like I do. You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm here. You know what? Let's do this right now, Logan.
Whoa! Impromptu style? Owner Chuck Roberts out to tell us the deal.
I'm sitting here at Justin Idol's trainees garbage show. I want my belt. I want it to officially be mine right here, right now.
First off, I know Justin doesn't appreciate that comment. You want a shot at him right now? Is that what you want? Do you guys want to see John McChesney and Logan Shulo for the heavyweight title? Is that what you want? Logan, come here. Is that what you want?
Absolutely. Right now.
As much as I would love to do that right now, I can't. No, guys. I don't think this is going to be a boo. Actually, Logan, hold on here a second. I got a better idea. There. Logan, you just wrestled, and while this match won't ever make your highlight reel, you did just wrestle a match. You're not ready. And I'm not going to jeopardize that title for a guy that is the champion that just wrestled a guy that's not ready. So you know what? I think there's only one fitting way to do this. At Cage Fury on August the 25th, you guys, one-on-one, no outside interference, because it's inside of a 15-foot-high steel cage.
Whoa! That's huge.
So McChesney, since you're not ready here tonight, why don't you just exit from the building?
Justin
Whoa,
Idol,
what are you doing here?
head of the training academy. Many of his students we've seen throughout the night.
Oh, McChesney, wait, you're not going anywhere. What? Hold on. Remember the guy here that was here to help with the garbage show, the trainer? Well, Justin, I agreed to that, so why don't you break the news to him?
Uh-oh.
McChesney, you little thief. First of all, you're out there running your mouth. I'm going to say what I'm pretty sure everyone here is thinking. Why don't you shut the hell up? You're not the champ. You were the champ. You're a good competitor. But Logan Shulo is the true heavyweight champion of IWC.
Right on.
You know what? You want to compete tonight? I just got approval from Chuck Roberts. It's not going to be against Logan Shulo. Oh no, come on, you tough guy, you want to wrestle? Come on. You know what? You see some of my students tonight, but there's one student that's still in the back who hasn't competed yet. He's a pretty big boy. I think some of these people on the ground want to see him. Why don't you come in here and announce who John McChesney's opponent is for tonight?
Who do we got here?
Who else could be left?
Well, Justin would know better than we would.
Big Link John McChesney's opponent for this evening. He weighs in at 235 pounds, wrestling out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Here is Matt H.D. Conard.
Well, somebody who certainly a lot of these people here tonight know a little bit about. His first professional match, Matt H.D. Cannon calls himself HD because he hopes to become good enough to enhance the image of any promotion he finds himself in, and he could enhance IWC's image in a big way if he could shut up John McChesney and help return that IWC title to its rightful holder of Logan Shulo. And McChesney, for running his big fat mouth, is going to have to wrestle in street clothes. How? I don't know, but that's his problem.
I've seen John McChesney wrestle in a suit before, Joe, and it's not pretty. It's not.
Well, I don't think there'll be much pretty about this matchup. McChesney already back in the crowd. which he should have stayed in to begin with as far as tonight goes. And, well, McChesney has the solace of his funky chest flexor still ringside.
I've just been informed by Chuck Roberts that if John McChesney does not get in the ring and stay in the ring and compete in this match, he will be suspended indefinitely from the IWC.
And that means no title shot. And that means no cage match next month. McChesney's fat mouth has backed himself into a corner. And the crowd firmly behind HD. Got one of those Beverly sleeves going for him, but looks a little better on him. Collar elbow tie up. Now McChesney and HD, neither one knew they were having a match here. Obviously, HD was prepared in case we needed an alternate, but McChesney not warmed up, not stretched out, not prepared in the least. How does that throw off his game going into a match like this?
Well, you know, I know John McChesney pretty well, Joe. He's going to roll his sleeves up. He's going to uncut his shirt, and he's going to get the job done. Like he always does. He holds the IWC championship.
Are all of your analysis just random observations?
It's a good observation, Joe. That guy is strong. And John McChesney needs to figure out a better way than flying out and get a shot on his head.
That'd be good advice.
That's what they pay me for, Joe.
Well, I knew there was some reason. What would you do to counteract HD?
Well, the first thing I would do, Joe, is I would tell Chuck Roberts that I wasn't prepared. Spleen injury, turf toe. I'd have told him no.
Well, you can't tell him no, because if he says no, he's suspended indefinitely and he'll never get that title back.
Count out. Live to fight another day.
Well, I don't think that's going to get him any favors either. If you're John McChesney, if you truly believe you're the champion, do you want to lose to somebody in their very first match?
Well, you don't, and he's put himself in a difficult position. This HD guy is pretty big. Now there's John McChesney that I know. Little go behind, little wrestling. He's going to show this kid a thing or two about a thing or two.
Well, he got outpowered once again there. And McChesney back on the outside. I noticed that the championship is now in the possession physically of Chest Flexor to continue to ensure that it does not leave Team Big League.
Well, just like John McChesney's running around here, Joe. I mean, John McChesney's doing the right thing. But at Cage Fury, there's going to be nowhere for him to run.
That's true. He'll be stuck inside a steel cage, and there'll be no Team Big League to help out. There'll be no Flexor. There'll be no... I mean, how about Pepper Parks involving himself in McChesney's business? A lot of questions still unanswered about that. Well, McChesney is a great athlete, but McChesney saying that he's as powerful as Matt Cannon, I have my doubts.
He wants to do a test of strength, so we're going to see who's stronger.
The old Greco-Roman knuckle lock. McChesney trying to frustrate the youngster. Well, I think McChesney knows what's good for him. He will not indulge HD on this test of strength. And there you see.
One step ahead, Joe, the veteran instinct of McChesney.
The 11-year pro, faded in HD. Easy to make a rookie mistake in your very first match. Gee. Good grief. Always been a staple of McChesney. But man, is he paying for it. And McChesney takes the knee out from behind. Notice Flexor pivotal with the distraction.
He's going to chop him down now, Joe. Everybody is the same height on the ground.
Very true. Those knife edges are apart, stopping it. Takes the knee. And a beautiful drop kick in street shoes. Very impressive. You can put it away? No.
He must be wearing pumps to get that kind of height and elevation.
And we're speaking of the shoe, come on! What the hell was that?
You pumped him, Joe. You pumped him.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. And now the slam, the pin. That's hideous. You need to take your shoe off and whale the guy with it to beat a guy in his first match. And now Flexor getting involved. What in the hell is McChesney proving here? And Justin Idol at ringside cheering on one of his top students. Only so much Justin can do. Another cover. Will he beat him this time? No.
He just hit him with the other shoe.
Well, I hope he doesn't. And now he's taking his belt off. Come on. Right across the mouth. Cover.
John McChesney, the veteran here, is really taking control of this matchup, and it's to be expected. I mean, this is this kid's first match.
And he's got chest flexor helping him out, and he's hitting him with shoes and belts. What do you expect? It'd be irrational for anybody in their first match to be able to counter all this. Impossible, even.
By John McChesney here.
But I give credit to the kid, he keeps kicking out.
Well, he came to fight, Joe. This is a big opportunity for a kid like this. I mean, he could leave an ecstatic exclamation point if he's able to win this matchup. Former IWC champion.
Second longest reigning IWC champion in history.
Super Indy winner, correct, maybe? I don't
Super
know.
Indy 4, yeah. Way
So.
to do your research, yeah. One of the most decorated Super Indy champions ever. 4 or 5 times he's held that prize. And it was at Super Indy 4 that he learned how to chop one-on-one with Loki. And now maybe Matt Cannon's getting his lesson.
Well, hopefully he's paying attention.
I don't think he has a choice. And listen to this crowd. Some of the fans and friends and family of Cannon here, but anybody that doesn't know him, I think they just hate McChesney that much. Couple of knife edges. Cannon's chest is all kind of different colors of red and purple, but he's psyching himself up. The peel out of the corner. The spine buster. He's got the cover. Now near fall. And how many people can say they've come that close to pinning John McChesney? Can Cannon do this?
He's got to finish him off here, Joe. He's giving him too much time. Better than John McChesney.
Well, he calls this the flat screen. But McChesney, I'm not sure he knew what was happening, but he knew it wasn't good. Into the TKO. And McChesney, no! A McChesney specialty. He's beaten guys with it before, but HD Cannon's not one of them. And McChesney is incredulous. That's a mistake. Hey, wait! What's wrong with you?
Nice right hand, Joe.
Well, now what? How's he going to beat him now? Cannon with a DDT. Cannon could have McChesney beat.
And now Flexor's in the ring.
With the championship that's not his or McChesney's. What? Here comes Justin Idol. Idol connects with Flexor. And the championship is fair game. Oh, the Idol walked right into the super kick. Idol just got knocked out. And now McChesney has the title in his grasp once more. But Cannon is up behind him. And now the flat screen. The flat screen. That's Cannon's specialty. Cannon's got it won. We need a referee. What? What was that about? Cannon
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee, Troy Davis, has disqualified John McChesney for attacking the official.
Oh, come on.
Here's your winner as a result of a disqualification,
It's still a hell of a debut, but it could have been so much more if not for McChesney cheap shot in the referee. I think Matt Cannon has shown me a lot here, Valentino.
I have to agree, Joe. I mean, he almost took it to the former IWC champion, the current IWC title holder. You got to be impressed with this kid. There's not much else I can say, and he's real big.
And check out who's got the IWC championship. It's Justin Idol waving out Logan Shulo. It's time to return that property where it belongs. There we go. Long overdue. And the champion is ready for Cage Fury. McChesney may not have that championship anymore, but he still has the next title shot inside of 15 feet of steel.
Oh, John, it's a shame. That's a shame. Nice job, and by the way, for putting your hands on Troy. Troy, that's okay, because his $500 is in your pocket, okay? So that's $500, okay? That suit, well, how much was the suit? How much? Well, that's a $5,000 suit. You look terrible, buddy. Here's the thing. I can't let you go home by yourself like that. You can't even hardly walk. Hey, let me say, yeah, I'm not going to buy you a new one. I'm not going to buy you a new one. No, let me give you this back. No, but, hey, remember all those garbage wrestlers that you talked about? Well, I think there's a bunch of them back here that would like to have a word with you right now, McChesney.
Uh-oh. We got the entire academy out here. And
wait, hold on. Wait, get in the ring. Go, get in the ring. Wait, no. Let's be fair. Hold on. Just don't touch the suit.
Don't touch the suit? Oh, no. McChesney about to be the recipient of the Shulo Pump. Wait, and Flexor just grabbed the title. Flexor just grabbed the title.
Guys, be careful. Wait, I can't. I can't stop an entire group inside of a ring from.
Flexor just bailed with the IWC title. It's still in the camp of McChesney and Team Big League. Shulo still didn't get it back. And McChesney is being stripped in the center of the ring.
They're making a nude, Joe.
I hope not.
There you go. There's the souvenir. Take it. So, wait, what's that shirt say? Towncraft. That's J.C. Penney.
McChesney has been stripped of his clothing and his dignity. And now it's time to take turns. The entire Iron City Wrestling Academy hammering away on John McChesney. And one more time for good measure. A powerbomb.
All right, Logan, where's your belt?
What? Where is it? Rip on my Eddie Gilbert.
Listen, come hell or high water, you got to face him at Cage Fury on August 25th. Wherever the belt is, the winner, even if it is him, is going to have it that night. Did you guys have a good time here tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on our first of hopefully many future Proving Grounds. Cage Fury next month. Shulo
Did you
McChesney,
guys have fun? Look, John.
Gory Facade in the cage.
This is